What's going on, Nerd Squad, and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel so we can become one step closer to hitting 700,000 subscribers. Plus, comment down below with which Spider-Man villain scares you the most. Now let's get into today's list of the top 10 scariest Spider-Man villains. In at number 10, KRAVEN the Hunter.
Drawn to the call of the wild like a moth to flame.
KRAVEN.
KRAVEN isn't like your average villain or criminal. He does not take joy in robbing banks or trying to take over the world. As his name suggests, he enjoys hunting. KRAVEN finds Spider-Man in particular to be the ultimate prey and dedicates his life to squashing the bug. During the 1987 story of KRAVEN's Last Hunt, he ultimately fails in defeating Spider-Man and ends up taking his own life. As decades pass though, new KRAVENs begin to appear and each new family member finds some way to resurrect him, causing KRAVEN to come back more violent than ever before. In at number 9, Lizard.
Nowhere to hide, Peter.
Sure, Dr. Curt Connors isn't really a bad guy, but you know who is scary as all hell? His reptile alter ego of the Lizard. Spider-Man managed to rescue Connors, which started a friendship between the two, but because there really isn't a cure for this kind of thing, he's constantly losing his friend. And after years of battling with his own demons, Dr. Connors succumbed to his reptilian counterpart, letting it take full control. Lizard would go on to commit terrifying acts like eating his boss and son. He can even control reptiles with his thoughts and became driven by the idea of turning all of New York into lizard monsters as well. In at number 8, Dr. Octopus. This villain is probably one of the most personal scary threats for Spider-Man. Doc Ock has managed to hurt Parker in a variety of different ways, both mentally and physically. With his 4 powerful tentacle arms, he can do some serious damage to Spidey and his loved ones. The scariest thing that Otto Octavius has done to Peter is steal his body from him. While he was suffering from terminal cancer, Dr. Octopus attempted to have one last jab at his rival by swapping minds with him. In at number 7, MORLUN. The vast majority of Spidey villains have heightened abilities or use some form of brilliance and advanced technology to commit crimes. MORLUN, however, is a straight up villain with superpowers, making him a very scary threat. He has super strength, speed, and he can absorb the life force of his enemies, which ultimately led to him succeeding in actually killing Peter Parker. He's from Earth 001 and has made it his goal to hunt down and eliminate all of the spider totems in the Marvel multiverse. In at number 6, Green Goblin.
I offered you friendship, and you spat in my face.
Norman Osborn is one of the most dangerous villains for Spider-Man out there. The original Green Goblin did some terrible things to Peter that included the demise of Gwen Stacy and the manipulations of the infamous Clone Saga. Mind games aside, this maniacal and often unpredictable criminal has a deadly arsenal as well. He has things like bombs, blades, and a terrifying glider that can help him reach the same heights as the wall crawler. In at number 5, Scorpion. Beginning as a career criminal, Matt Gargan was more of an enemy for J. Jonah Jameson. I mean, he was responsible for what happened to Gargan in the first place, so that makes sense. After he underwent a procedure gone wrong, Gargan transformed into the vicious scorpion-powered villain and sought revenge against Jameson several times. That's where Spider-Man gets involved. During these conflicts, Peter steps in to save the day, turning Scorpion's attention from Jameson to Parker. He didn't become truly scary until he was the new host of a symbiote that made him hungry for human flesh. In at number 4, Jackal. With a face only a mother could love, Miles Warren as the Jackal is something nightmares are made of. Warren was the main villain in the infamous Clone Saga and a brilliant scientist at that. He used his great mind to create elaborate clones of humans such as Gwen Stacy and even Peter Parker. Talk about a way to mess with your head. He's the villain that just keeps coming back too. After seemingly going to the grave several times, Jackal always finds his way back to terrorize Spider-Man. And at number 3, Menace. There's been many replacements for the Green Goblin, but Menace is the most troubling. Once the girlfriend of Harry Osborn, she discovers her boyfriend's notes about the Green Goblin, and while in an old Norman Osborn safe house, she spills Goblin formula, transforming her into a goblin-like monster, becoming the newest villain to use New York City as a stomping ground. Menace then went on to bring truth to her name. Her new Goblin powers included enough strength to defeat Spider-Man in battle, and when she became too much for Parker to handle, Menace actually choked him out with her bare hands. In at number 2, Carnage.
He's jamming the cartridges. The pressure's too much.
Topping the charts as one scary Spider-Man villain is the psychotic killer symbiote known as Carnage. He's especially dangerous because of his utter disregard for human life, and after bonding with Cletus Cassidy, a former cellmate of Eddie Brock, Cassidy's insanity drove the symbiote to never before seen places. Immediately upon escaping prison, Carnage began killing innocent victims at random. He has speed, regenerative powers, shape-shifting, and an unstoppable desire to kill. Carnage was so deadly that it forced Spider-Man and Venom to actually team up just to defeat him. Lastly, in our number 1 spot, Venom.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
Speaking of Venom, many would say that Carnage is much more terrifying, especially considering that last point that I mentioned. What we're forgetting about Venom though is he has much more than the symbiote that makes him terrifying. This villain is specifically after Peter Parker for revenge. Eddie Brock blames Peter for everything bad that has happened to him in his life. Not to mention, so is the symbiote, especially after Spider-Man just ditched him in an alleyway. So combine the two and you have one of the scariest villains that Spider-Man has ever seen. And that has been the top 10 scariest Spider-Man villains. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, then hit that thumbs up button. Plus, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe before you leave, and don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on this list. Plus, for any more videos like this one, all you gotta do is hit that playlist on your screen. From Top 10 Nerd, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.